Hey, welcome to the Worship Guitar channel. Early on, I learned, and many of you learned, these full bar chords, using all 6 strings. They can sound great if you're playing by yourself, but with a full band with piano player, another electric, probably acoustic guitar player, these full bar chords really get lost in the mix and can clutter things up. This technique can be used in any style of music, but a lot of times I take the chord and arpeggiate it, but just playing the root of the chord. In this case, we're going to just have some examples in the key of G. So the 3rd fret of the low E string is that G note, the D note, and then the B note here in the 4th fret of the G string. I'm visualizing this full chord, but I'm just playing those 3 notes. What I can do with that is arpeggiate it in a musical way with some rhythm. Go up to C. D major. Or dig in and play more of a rhythmic feel. This technique can be used for the full bar chords in this structure, but also for this type of bar chord, with the 5 strings with the root on the low A string, C, D, and the minor chords. So let's break down the mechanics of this, and then you can use it, and I use it all the time with lead lines and for rhythm ideas. And it's a great way just to look down and visualize the fretboard with the chords you already know, but you expand the notes and the ideas around those chords, especially within a key. I'm going to just stay with the key of G today, but these ideas are movable to any key, major or minor chords. So again, with the bar chord here, this little movement there, the root is a G note, the D note is the 5th of the chord, and then the major 3rd is a B note, 4th fret of the G string. And within the key of G, you can always do the little suspension here to the C note, back to B. And you can use that root also in the 5th fret of the D string. Let me get some of that. A little bit of reverb off there. And what I like to do a lot of times with the 1 chord and the 5 chord, you can always do that little move there, 1 fret. So you're just bending a half step up on the 4th fret of the G string to the C note, from B to C, but you're doing it with that little bend. Might take a little practice to get that little half step down, but it's a great way. And these moves, you can go up the fretboard. For the D, it's the exact same moves, C. For the C chord in the key of G, you wouldn't want to play F. So you can't use that move, but you can do some other slide moves. So for this other chord, C, D, E minor. And again, there's nothing wrong with playing full bar chords, but a lot of times for me, I like to use some ambience, especially in a church worship service. You can play less notes with some ambience, and it sounds full, and it a lot of times fits the song that you're playing. It really, there's so many variables, but look at the moves you can do by visualizing this type of chord with the root on the low A string is this C note here, 3rd fret. This time the major third is right there on the B string and the 5th fret. So root, C note, G is the 5th of that chord, and then you have the E note, which is the major third. So you have those 3 notes, but I'm visualizing this. And in the key of G, you always have that move. And then moving up to D, you can do the same thing. And then you can go back here from the G note to the F sharp note, which is the major third of D. And I'm kind of using my pinky at times or my 3rd finger. It depends what I want to do next. And then for the minor chord, it's a minor third. So you'd be hitting the E note here, 7th fret, 9th fret of the D string is a B note, and then you have a G note, the minor third, for this E minor chord. And that's just running down the minor pentatonic, or G major, E minor are the same notes. They share the same notes within scales. And one more thing I really want to show you about this technique is using some hybrid picking. I resisted this for many years, but it was probably 15 years ago I started trying to work on this. It's a great way to get this soft touch, and you can really, it creates a different sound than using a full strum. So what I mean is this sound. Little delay in there. I like to use my little finger a lot of times for that technique. So basically all I'm doing is hitting the root note either on the low E or low A string with my pick. But at the same time, I like to use my 3rd finger with this technique. I'm actually plucking up here with my 3rd finger. At the same time, I'm hitting the root. Just takes a little practice, but once you start doing it, you'll be addicted to it because it sounds great, especially with ambient stuff. And then you have the C. I like to use my little finger a lot. You just hit the root and the major third, but at the same time. And you can hammer onto that major third too. So it just sounds a lot softer. But another thing with that exact same tone, I'm just going to my bridge pickup for a little more hard hit here, a little more trebly sound. You can dig in with some muting, and in the key of G, you can let this D string ring a little bit during that. So you're just hitting the root and the major third, B note, but letting the D string ring a little bit there. Your A string is naturally getting muted because you're just, by the way you're laying your fingers here. C, D, and you can add your little pinky there. Not an easy move there when you're holding this chord, but it sounds great. Practice that. And the same with these other chords. This is such a useful bar chord trick. I use it all the time for ambient stuff, for rhythm, heavy rhythm, and lead lines. I'm visualizing the full 6-note chord, the bar chord, and you can really make that chord come alive in some simple ways. I hope you got something from the lesson today, and remember, Jesus loves you.